Alright guys, so welcome back to From the Depths, episode 13, and yeah, at the moment, we're just basically getting set up to take out another base over here. I did want to do a little bit more scouting as well, but there was one other thing I needed to do, and that was play this, jump to it. Alright. I needed to bring another vehicle into the fight. Now that's if we can. So, we have a snap drawer there. It's worth almost 60,000. So if we need to, we can sell that. Sort of exchange it for this ship. Okay. So this is another vehicle that I built myself. It's going to be a bit expensive, so it's going to take a little while to build up. But once it is built, it's a pretty tough ship. Should pretty much make it... Oh no, wait. That just showed a whole bunch of shielding, which means there's a bunch of objects that are trying to go into this ship that aren't going to be needed. I'm sure I worked on this. I was sure I'd... it's fine. It's all good. It can be worked on more later. Nope. This is definitely supposed to be a sea vehicle. I was looking at that for a second there and was like, hang on, that's... I think that thinks it's a plane. It's definitely not a plane. Alright. So yeah, basically this thing should have a whole bunch of anti-air guns on each side. It's got... I believe it's 5 cannons, cram cannons on either side as well. I believe it was like 7 or 8 of the anti-air guns. Now, it also has on the very top a turreted 2 cannon setup, so it should have a fairly decent amount of firepower behind it. I've tested it out a few times, and yeah, it's fairly effective. Chucking it against an Atlas retrofit, it has absolutely zero problems. You can chuck it in against a bunch of them, it just won't care. It just pops the AI core straight out of them. Now, the Straussland I'm still also going to be building up. I don't remember if I actually explained what this thing is, so let's see how much of it's there real quick. Okay, we've got a bit here. So basically what's going to be happening is, as you can kind of tell from this arrangement here, on either side, it's going to have a lot of guns. So the whole idea behind this ship is, yeah, lots and lots and lots and lots of cannons. We are going to have a bunch of sails on it as well. It's a ship you can commandeer from one of the factions. Believe it may have been... Whoop. Yeah, I believe it's the Onyx Watch. Yeah, it's the Onyx Watch. And, yeah, they got some pretty big ships. But they keep them fairly simple-ish, kinda, I guess. And, just kind of cram lots and lots of firepower onto it. So this is going to be like an old-school galleon or something. Sort of a dealio. Should be pretty fun. Alright. So how's this ship doing? Yeah, sweet. It's finally arrived. Okay. So... start moving them down this way. This thing should have enough materials with it that I can build up a brand new fortress once it gets down here. I might also quickly use this vehicle to check over here. Just sort of make sure there's nothing down here on the land at all
Moving out.
that I've missed.
Moving out. Moving out. Moving out.
I also should check this southern area here, as I don't want anything sort of sneaking in and hitting this resource zone while we're busy.
Moving out.
I also do at some point need to work on setting up a proper fortress for over here that can defend itself, but for the moment, if I can get that command ship up, I should be fine.
Moving out. Moving out.
Holds a bunch of resources, runs on electric power from memory, so it shouldn't have an issue with having it shut down at any point. And then it also runs on 2 sets of fuel engines. Quite a lot of fuel in it from memory, so yeah, it should be able to keep going for quite a while. Not quite as quick as this ship. I think it only goes like 15 meters per second or something like that. So it's quite a bit slower, but much more firepower. If we can get that thing over, yeah, to take on the deep water guard forces, we should be fine. It's just about slowly building it up. Now I could get a whole bunch of it built fairly quickly by just, yeah, getting rid of that snap drawer, but I might keep the snap drawer there for now so it can fight if anything does go down. As currently, whoops, the new ship, it's only 10% built. It's not going to be able to fight back. Oh, hello. What's this? Oh god, it's another snap drawer. Okay. Alright. So this snap drawer, bring it over this way. What I might do is get the snap drawers up against each other, bring my fighter in, try and back the fighter up. So yeah, I'll keep sending this one out that way. And I'll sort of get a 2v1 with the fighter and my snap drawer up against their snap drawer. They should be able to win. I just got to be careful to keep the fighter ahead of the enemy snap drawer. And that means they could still have something around here unless that thing has just cut straight across and then was going to go along that southern edge. Which I wouldn't be too surprised, to be honest. Yeah, so our snap drawer is in perfect shape from what I'm aware. What's this vehicle? Oh, this is the cargo ship, okay. Don't know why it's still being called just vehicle there. Yeah. Alright, don't really have anything more I could throw at them currently, to be honest, so I think I'm gonna be so stuck with this setup. Oh, here we go. And apparently there are 22,000 materials on board that thing. I wouldn't mind stealing those, but I don't think I'm gonna get that option. As far as I'm aware, even if I commandeer that place, I won't get those resources. Now that airship should have gotten over here by now, which means it might actually just be hanging around down here on the land. And if so, we probably want to pick it off first. Yeah, see, so it seems like it might just be hanging around over there. Alright. If that's the case, it's only moving at 9 meters per second. Okay, so I'm assuming that hoplite is slowing it down, which is good. Okay, so I'll quickly save the game just to be safe. Alright guys, so I guess what we can do now is we could start a fight here, but I'm kind of thinking now
Moving out.
I might hold off on that till I've got my command chip up over there, and I've also dealt with what's happening down here,
Moving out.
because I'm a little bit worried about this. I don't want that creeping up on my forces while I'm fighting over here or anything like that. Alright, so these two should be able to pick a fight with it now though. So what we can do
Moving out.
is hopefully use the fighter to sort of keep it busy, I guess. Try to, at least. Have the snapdraw in combat mode just kind of doing its own thing from a distance, taking on their snapdraw, and I'll try and draw the fire of their snapdraw away using the fighter. Hopefully this works out. So we've got 1300 resources here, so we can afford to take a little bit of damage at most. Alright. Can we get both of them into the fight? I don't know. Other forces that can spawn at the same time. So, in other words, the fact that they're not both highlighting at once, I do believe means we can only bring the snapjaw in at once. So I might go to the fighter first, because it would be cheaper to replace. Okay. Whoa. It looks like they both spawned in. Okay. I gotta try and get in here, take control. Whoop. F9. Alright, okay. So it looks like only one of their forces managed to spawn in, which is nice. It doesn't actually look like our snapdraw popped in, because I don't see it anywhere. Oop. There's their snapdraw though. Okay, so if our fighter goes down, then our snapdraw will come in and try and finish the job. So hopefully this isn't going to go for too long. But if it does, I may end up having to sort of maybe cut this fight a little bit short and sort of finish it up in the next episode. So we probably only got like 10 minutes left for the episode. Ooh. Alright, so we're doing okay. What we really need is to lure it over the land. If we can do that, we can try and pop the balloons, damage the propellers, and drop it onto the ground. And that'll do a majority of the damage for us. So might go with that approach. Problem is it wants to broadside us, so it's going to keep trying to circle around, so I'm going to have to come back this way a bit to try and get it to circle around onto the land. Yeah, there we go. It's turning. Good stuff. Okay, so we just gotta stay to this side of it, and it should end up over the ground, which is what we want. I need my tracking to some degree to keep the missiles on target. Yeah. Alright, we should be okay, I guess. Not sure if that was one of my missiles or one of theirs, but... Oh, I think it's one of mine, because it's going back for more. There we go. It looks like it's beached itself. Okay, if we could... Not beached itself, but I mean, it's grounded itself. If it has, and we can commandeer that, it would be a tremendous opportunity, because it would mean that we could scrap both of them, like both of our snapjaws, and we could try and get the command ship up, which would be pretty helpful. Don't damage it. Yeah. It is a pretty cool looking ship, to be honest, when it comes down to it. I should probably avoid all that gunfire, because that would hurt. Yeah. Alright, so up on top of the ship, thankfully we know exactly where the part we're after is. Oh, crap. There we go. Okay. So, should be able to blast in through here. There we go. Alright. Then, look at this. Child's play to commandeer it now. We know where this stuff is. Battle finished. Alright. So, pull that force out of play.
Moving out.
There we go.
Moving out. Moving out.
I'm not sure what happened there, to be honest, guys. That was confusing. Alright, so I'll send the fighter over there to keep this battleship backed up. And then we can take these snapjaws over, trade them in, get ourselves a command ship. The command ship is already 13% built. Now, we could go with the galleon, like the Straussland. It's already 26% built though, and it's just going to keep building in the background, so... I mean, there's no real point. Okay, so it looks like there's actually limited resources in this resource zone as well. Really? I don't know. Whoops. Don't go anywhere. I don't know. That's weird. Actually, what we could do with this, we could scout around. 66 meters per second? No, it should be 78. What's going on, game?
Moving out. Moving out.
What?
Moving out.
Also, I probably should raise the maximum altitude so it can actually just go over to stuff like that. Whoops.
Moving out.
Okay, so there was actually something down here. So we could take a bunch of territory. I believe if we build something here, we should be able to take over it.
Moving out.
All I see is like lots of materials, but I don't see what it is. It's a scuttle gun. Ooh.
Moving out.
I don't know what that's gonna do, but it has 20,000 materials.
Moving out.
That's a lot of materials. No, that's 200,000 materials. What? No way. No way that thing's carrying all those materials. The sad part is, from what I'm aware, whoa,
Moving out.
you're getting chased. What's that? That's a Duster, a Corsair, a Water Buffalo, and a Drake. Okay. So that's a few things we might want to move along there. This I'm really interested in though. That's a lot of materials. I don't think they drop it on the ground. Like, I believe I do. If one of my ships dies, I believe the materials gets dropped to the ground and they can take it if they get there first. But I don't think it works the other way around. Now we can still retreat from this fight, so let's just check it out. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so yep, I'm definitely in that fighter. Can I move it around at all? I could move it closer. I probably don't want to. Alright. Okay, so change you to that. Hit this button. Alright, so we should be right to quickly deal with this. I'll probably end the episode there, to be honest. Try to keep this from being too long of an episode. This should be a fairly quick fight, hopefully. If we can down this thing, take its resources, I'll be really happy about that. Battle finished. Okay. Did it drop its resources? That's the important part.
Moving out.
No. Oh my god, okay, so all I got was what my fighter could carry. I thought that might have been the case. I should have brought a snapjaw in. Or something. Wait, is that full? No, that's not even full resources. Yeah, it's only like half resources. Man, that's a little unbalanced. The fact that you can't commandeer their resources from them. That's... ah, well. If I could have at least filled up the fight with resources, I would have been happy with that. But we didn't even get that much. And that thing was carrying 200,000 resources. That's a lot of materials. That would have been enough to keep the snapjaws and still be able to build up the command ship. Oh well. Okay, but it looks like they kept moving while the battle was happening, I guess. So each of these snapjaws is going to need to be scrapped. Okay, so you're the one that was repaired. Which means... yeah, you're the one that wasn't. Let's scrap you first. Okay, so it's got to sort of gather all the materials to the base still to be able to pass it over. But there we go. Okay, so we're gonna fairly quickly build that thing up at this rate. We are retreating a bit, but that's just because there is a decent force behind this, and I wanted to try and get, if I could, a command ship in for it. At the same time, I could even bring like the snapjaw in. That'd be fun to muck around with. It's not a big threat is what's behind us though. I mean, I could probably deal with it with just the fighter. Which I'm fairly certain I could. See, that thing, as far as I'm aware, still has a bunch of material storage. Alright. I might bring these two over and just blockade these guys that are trying to come over. Deal with them. And then we'll be right. Okay, so that'll be the next step. Alright. In that case, I will have to leave this episode here. And the next episode, we'll take those guys out. Get our command ship in, hopefully. And head over and take that resource zone. So, yeah, if you guys enjoyed the episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, do whatever you want. But, yeah, catch you guys next time.